Thank you so much, Khalidji, for joining us at the Festival of Bharat. Khalidji, first of all, how are you? And I believe you're coming out of another lockdown in Britain. So how has all of that been?
Yeah, well, I'm fine, but replying the British conservative way, I would say that not too bad. So we are coming out of the lockdown. UK vaccination rate has been one of the fastest in the world, and more than 31 million people have been vaccinated so far. So yeah, in about 4 days from 12th, the major restrictions are being lifted, and all the non-essential shops and barbers like gyms and pubs are opening up. And yes, we are having more of the sun, and spring is also around the corner. And yes, so when I compare it with the rest of the Europe, yeah, I would say it's really good, and I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Khalidji. And like everyone else, I think we all hope that we get out of this situation very soon. Um, uh, Khalidji, your Facebook musings are truly fascinating. And today, many of my questions are actually premised on them. And my first one to you is about your own journey. As a Muslim, what were some of the things that you were told in your childhood or even as you grew up about, let's say, the Hindus? And how did you sort of overcome that to sort of realign yourself with the thinking that you have, the thought process that you have?
Well, it's really interesting. In the late 70s, as a school-going child in Punjab province of Pakistan, what was taught in mosque and school curriculum was mainly about the superiority of the Islamic faith over everyone and everything. So the textbooks, I would say, contained like Hindus are wicked people. Hindus has always been enemies of Islam, and the religion of the evil Hindus did not teach them good things. Hindus did not respect women. Hindu, worship fake gods. Their temples are narrow, dark, and dirty. Muslims ruled the Indian subcontinent for about 1,000 years with magnificence, but they did not forcibly convert a single Hindu, because if they had willed, then today there won't be even a trace of them in the subcontinent. So, such kind of things, like Muslims showed great tolerance, and they raised Hindus to high positions. And wherever the Hindus were in majority, they brutalized Muslims. And the sad part is that this exists in today's textbooks as well, with rather more venom. Because after the 70s, when General Zia came in, and then there was a more of Islamization of the country, so every aspect was Islamized. So the frightening and the funny thing to me is that even today, as most of the Pakistanis think, and they perceive and equate, and somehow they understand that these Hindus are the same people, or linked with the same people who were in Mecca during the Prophet Muhammad's time. So that jihadi narrative of animosity against Kafirs gets turned towards Hindustan, and it gets kind of a religious and sacred backing. So the fight becomes between a Kafir army versus an Islam's army. So even today, this is the same thing which is being taught is in Islam and Islamic history, from mullah military point of view and a jihadi perspective. Luckily, I was born to educated parents, and they were of the generation who had seen and lived and studied with Hindus. So, and I luckily escaped going to any mosque or any mullah, or any madrasa. So we escaped all that indoctrination which happens in almost every Muslim home. So that gave me the opportunity to be a free thinker.
Namaste. We hope you enjoyed this Chitti Media content. Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.